if you want to YouTube it or not. Okay. Hi, this is Andrew. I just met him on the street and I asked him if he was bisexual randomly, and this is what he told me.
I told her, and I'm the one holding the glasses in my hands, so right here. So in order to see her, I'd have to put the glasses on. But I told her that I'm sapien.
And explain that, Andrew.
What I mean by sapien is that I think well.
About what, Andrew?
I think well when I think well.
And what type of things do you actually think about when you think well?
Well, I think about the sky and why it's there.
Nice.
How far you can go into the sky with a spaceship.
Me
if
too.
you wanted to. Yeah.
I think that's where I came from, Andrew.
Uh-huh.
I'm a fallen star.
Right. We all are fallen stars to some extent.
I know. We're all created from one big bang, you think? And all have star matter inside of us?
I think the moon might inject people onto the earth that she doesn't want.
The moon. That's interesting. I've never heard that theory. Elaborate.
So to speak.
Elaborate about the moon.
Well, there is the moon, and let's say that we habitate the moon, or have habitated the moon in the past tense, and she doesn't like our population up there, so she just ejects us onto the earth.
Interesting, because we're on the dark side of the moon. Is that what you mean?
Well, the ones that were on the dark side of the moon are still there, but the ones that overtook the light side kind of impeded the dark side of the moon, so those are the ones that she shot down to Earth.
Ejected.
Yeah.
Interesting. How did you come up with that theory?
By thinking well about the sky.
Nice. I like that. You're a deep thinker. I told you I had a genius IQ with that particular subject.
Yeah, it is possible.
It is possible. I was just told I have a genius IQ with human nature. There's no one can pull anything over me. I know it all because I am it all.
Right. That's kind of sapien ideology.
Is that what it's a sapien? I have. Okay, explain it more then, so people understand what you're talking about.
Both either a male or a female can be a sapien.
Okay.
And it's one who thinks well about their environment, essentially, where they are.
Oh, nice.
Located on the earth.
Present in themselves. And meaning that they're aware of their environment and each other, right? Am I following
so a sapien is very aware of their environment, but specifically where they are on Earth. So if you're in the Swiss Alps, or if you're in the Amazon jungle, or if you're in a big city or a small city, you can always be a sapien. And
you look like a movie star, Andrew.
Oh, thanks. Movie stars typically aren't sapiens, right?
Well, then you're just pretending to be one. You're incognito.
Right.
As a sapien, movie star.
Movie stars are more advanced than the sapien. The sapien is kind of a lower life level.
Do you think movie stars are actually aliens?
Well, they might have more to do with the sun than the moon.
Oh, interesting. So they came from the rays?
Well, they are beings of light, but
what if Satan had something to do with creating the movie stars to help take over the world?
Yeah, Satan has very little to do with the stars. He has more to do with the sun, though.
Interesting. So maybe he does have something to do with movie stars.
Yeah, he's kind of like a peg, sort of. Things revolve around the guy.
Okay, have you ever heard how people that are bipolar hear things and think actors are saying the words they're thinking on TV sometimes, and they...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there might be like cycles in the mind where if your cycle gets narrow enough, then what you're thinking seems to concur with what's on the screen.
Right.
And it's not that unusual, really.
So you don't think the actors are actually doing it
purposefully?
Purposefully?
I don't think so. I think it's just that the cycles get so narrow.
Interesting.
It's like you have one cycle here, one cycle there, and
so you're kind of like in unison.
Right, unison.
Unison with them.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you
kind of like if you're on a carousel with a ring, and each time you reach you have to throw the ring onto the hook. Of course, those two ideas are going to conjoin well, because each time you reach that area of the carousel, there's always the ring to throw. So if you make your shot each time, then the two thoughts will be very similar.
Oh, okay. So you're in sync.
I like this bipolar idea you just mentioned.
Interesting. The other thing about schizophrenics, for instance, they see entities and they hear entities outside of them. All of them that are schizophrenic do that. Do you think that it's possible it's demonic? That they are actually in tune and in tap and a higher frequency, that they are in tune with that world?
Well,
That's my
I don't
theory.
know. Really, the world is kind of a demonic thing,
It's both.
and a word is kind of an angelic thing. So there's a slight difference.
Word of
between
truth
the two.
only is angelic.
Word of truth might have more to do with angels. Yeah.
I think, and you know what happened to me?
No.
I yelled out, God make me your brightest angel! And
do
shit
it?
hit the fan!
Did he do it for you?
Huh?
Did he do it for you?
He did.
Ah,
And now it's time.
that's it. That's good to hear.
This is awesome, Andrew.
Yeah.
I think you really are one of the movie stars, and you're incognito, and you followed me, and now you're talking to me.
Yeah,
See, my
I'm
mind
okay.
is very curious.
Yeah. Well,
Have you ever heard of Jean-Claude Van Damme?
name sounds familiar. Yeah.
Oh, you know him.
John Claude. He's a karate guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I had this thing about him. As soon as I found out he was bipolar, all of a sudden I thought, he's going through the same thing I'm going through. He's splitting into Satan. He's splitting into Christ.